The play Spreading the News by Lady Gregor. Characters Bartley Fallon, Mrs. Fallon, Jack Smith, Sean Early, Tim Casey, James Ryan, Mrs. Tarpey, Mrs. Dooley, Joe Muldoon, a policeman, a removable magistrate.
Introduction. In a small village in rural Ireland, a new English magistrate inspects stalls at the local fair, expecting the worst. Because of Mrs. Tarpey's hearing impairment and the village's love of gossip, a misunderstanding grows and grows, leading to a false arrest for a murder that never happened. Scene. The outskirts of a fair. An apple stall, Mrs. Tarpey is sitting at it. Magistrate and policeman enter.
So that is the fair green. Cattle and sheep and mud. No system. What a repressive sight.
This is so indeed. It's common enough.
This district has been shamefully neglected. I will change all that. When I was in the Andaman Island, my system never failed. Yes, I will change all that. What has that woman on her stall?
Apples mostly and sweets.
Just see if there are any unlicensed goods underneath spreads or the like. We had evictions of the salt tax in the Andaman Islands. To Mrs. Therapy, do you know this town well, my good woman?
The gentleman is asking, do you know the town? He is the new magistrate. Do I know the town? I do, to be sure.
What trade have they?
Not a trade. No trade at all, but to be talking.
I shall learn nothing here.
Comes in pipe in mouth, seeing magistrate, he reaches quickly, taking pipe from mouth.
The smoke from that man's pipe had a greenish look. He may be growing unlicensed tobacco at the home. I wish I had brought my telescope to this district. Come to the post office. I will telegraph for it. I found it very useful in the Andaman Islands.
Indeed, it's poor country and a scarce country to be living in. But I am thinking if I went to America, it's long ago the day I had be dead.
So you might indeed.
Turns and sees them. Good marrow, Bartley Fallon. Good marrow. Mrs. Fallon, well, Bartley, will you find no cause for complaining today? They are all saying it was a good fair.
It was not a good fair, Mr. Tarpey. It was a scattered shot of a fair. If we didn't expect more, we got less. That's the way with me always. Whatever I have to sell goes down, and whatever I have to buy goes up. If there's ever any misfortune coming to his world, it's on myself eat pictures, like a flock of crows on seed potatoes.
Leave off talkings of misfortunes and listen to Jack Smith that he is coming the way and he is singing.
I thought my first love, they had be but one house between you and me. And I thought I would find yourself causing my child on your knee. Over the tide I would leap with the leap of swan, till I came to the side of the wife of the red-haired man. He is a red-haired man and is carrying a hawk.
Where's herself, Jack Smith?
He was delayed with the washing. He lays down her fork and lights his pipe.
You will not get it into tramps today. The rain will be down on it by evening and on myself too. It's seldom I ever started on journey, but the rain would come down on me before I had find any place of shelter.
If it didn't itself badly, it is my belief you would carry a leaky pie on your head in the place of hat. The way you had not be without some case of complaining. Look at that young mare of Pat Ryan's that is backing into Shaughnessy's bullocks with the dint of the crowd. Don't be daunted, Pat. I will give you a hand with her. He goes out, leaving his hair fork.
It's time for yourself to be going home. I have all I brought, put it in the basket. Look at there, Jack Smith Hayhawk. He's left it after him. He will be wanting it. Jack Smith, Jack Smith. He's gone through the crowd. Hurry up him. Barely he will be wanted it.
I will do that. This is no safe place to be leaving it. Look at that now. If there is any basket in the fair upset, it must to our own basket.
God help us, Mrs. Fallon. What happened in your basket?
It's himself that knocked it down. Bad manners to him. My grand sugars that's destroyed, and he'll not drink this tea without it. I had best to go back to the shop for more, and much good may it do him.
Where is Batley Fallon? Mrs. Fallon, I want a word with him before he will leave the fair. I was afraid he might have gone home by this, for he is a temperate man.
I wish he did go home. It'd be best for me if he went home straight from the fairy green, or if he never came with me at all. Where is he? Is it? He is gone up the road, following Jack Smith with the haycock.
Following Jack Smith with a fog. Did ever anyone hear the like of that shouts? Did you hear that news, Mrs. Thirty?
I heard no news at all.
Some dispute. I suppose it was that rose between Jack Smith and Batley Fallon, and it seems Jack made off, and Batley is following him with a fog.
Is it now? Well, that was a quick work. It's not a 10 minutes since the two of them were here. Petale going home and the Jack going to the fire's meadow. And I had my apples to settle up. That Joe Milden of the police had scattered. And when I looked around again, Jack Smith was gone, and Petale Fallon was gone, and Mr. Fallon's basket upset. And all in it, strewed upon the ground, the tea here, the 2 pound of sugar there, the 8 cups there. Look, now, what a great hardship the diviners puts upon me, that I did not hear the commencement of the fight. Wait till I tell the James Ryan and I see below. He is a neighbor of the Barleys. It would be a pity if he would not hear the news.
That is a great news. Mr. Tuppy was telling me, I suppose that what brought the police and the magistrate up this way. I was wondering to see them in it a while ago.
The police after them badly fallen must have injured Jack so they would not meddle in a fight. That was only for show.
Not.
Jack Smith's first cousin.
West, east. I did. At her own house, she was drying clothes on the hedge as I passed,
What did you say she was doing?
laying out a sheet on the hedge. He goes,
Lying out a sheet for the dead.
What is it, Mrs. Therapy? What happened since?
Oh, my poor Jack Smith. Oh, the poor man, stretched in a fire meadow, without the writ of the church. And the wife, lying out a sheet for his corrupt, sits up and wipes her eyes. I suppose they'll wake him the same as another. Organ, cold and dead.
The Lord save us. Is it that he is?
Tim Casey, do you hear that? Sean Early and James Ryan. Batley Fallon was here this morning listening to Red Jack Smith's wife.
she must have followed him from her own house. It is likely some person roused him.
How can he take charge of her? Sure, he has a wife of his own.
Would be easy for him to marry her if we brought her to America.
With or without Kitty Carey, believe me, it is for America is making at this minute. I saw the new migrate and Joe Malton of the police going into the post office. As I came, there was hurry on them. You may be sure it was to telegraph. They went the way he will be stopped in the docks at Queenstown.
It's likely Kitty Carey has gone with them and not minding a sheet or a wake at all, the poor man to be deserted by his own wife, and the breath hardly gone out yet from his body that is lying bloody in the field.
What is this? The whole town talking about? And what is this yourself for talking about? Is it about my man Barley Fallon? You are all talking. It's lie about him you're telling.
Easy now. Mrs. Fallon, sure there is no one at all in the whole fair but is sorry for you.
If they do get him, and if they do put a rope around his neck, there is no one can say he does not deserve it.
Is that what you're saying, Brigatali? And it is the what you're thinking? I tell, it's too much talk to have. A rope isn't? It isn't a much of rope you needed to tie up your own furniture that day. You came into a Martin Stully house and you never bring as much as a blanket or a penny or a suit clothes with you. And I myself bring a 70 pounds on 2 feather beds, and now you're a shifted woman's. Could you have 100 pounds? It's too much talks to a hole you have. A rope is it? Where are you at all, Barry? Still, I bring you out of this, my nice, quiet little man, my career comrade.
It is odd for her to believe any such a thing. God help her.
It is what I often said to myself. If there is ever any misfortune coming to this world, it is on myself it is sure to come.
Bartley Fallon, I'm very thankful to you.
If no one at all will take it, maybe it's best to give it up to the police.
There had been a welcome for it with them surely.
And it is to the police Kitty Carey herself will be brought.
Red Jack Smith dead? Who was telling you? Do they say what way did he die?
No, that yourself. I suppose barely Fallon, you did not know he was followed and that he was laid dead with the stab of a high fork.
The stab of a heifer,
You don't know? I suppose that the body was found in the 5-acre meadow.
the 5 acre meadow.
All hurry away except Mrs. Tappy, who remains behind her stall. Enter magistrate and policeman.
I know the district was in a bad state, but I did not expect to be confronted with their murder at the first fair I came to.
I am sure you did not. Indeed.
What is that man doing? He is sitting alone with a fork. He has a guilty look. The murder was done with a fork.
That's the very man they said did the act. Better lay fallen himself.
Here, my man. Do you know anything of John Smith?
Of John Smith, who is he now?
Jack Smith. Sir, Red Jack Smith.
Where is Jack Smith?
Where is he indeed?
What have you to tell?
It is where he was this morning, standing in this spot, singing his share of songs now, but lighting his pipe, scrapping a match on the shoal of his show.
I ask you for the third time, where is he? I couldn't like to say that. It is a great mystery.
Tell me all you know.
His ghost to come before me.
I must note down his words. I warn you that your words are being noted. Put on the handcuffs. We have been saved some troubles. I know he would confuse if taken in the right way.
Puts on handcuffs.
Handcuffs now, glory be. I always said, if there was ever any misfortune coming to this place, it was on myself it would fall. I too be in handcuffs, there is no wonder at all in that.
Enter Mrs. Fallon, followed by the rest. She is looking back all of them as she speaks.
Telling lies? The whole people of saying these towns are telling lies, as a fat dog will troll, speaking against my respected man, saying he's made an end of the Jacksmith.
Oh, Mary, there is a great misfortune come upon me.
This man has been arrested on a charge of murder.
Those charges that don't believe them, they all are lying in this place. Give me back my man.
It is natural. You should take his part, but you have no case of complaint against your neighbor. He has been arrested for the murder of John Smith on his own confusion.
If it was for any soft of you finding handsome women, but for your little fitfulness of a woman's like Kitty Carey, and the red blood of a poor Jacksmith that he's went upon your hand,
The sea shall be dry, the earth under mourning and pant. Then Lord shall he cry for the wife of the red hat man.
It's Jack Smith voice. I never knew a ghost to sing before. It is after myself and the fork he is coming. Goes back, enter Jack Smith.
The Lord have mercy on us. Red Jacket Smith, the man that was going to be with.
Is it back from the grave? You welcome?
It is alive you are, or it is dead you are.
Is it yourself at all? That's in it.
Is it letting on your way to be dead?
dead or alive, let you stop Kitty Carey's wife from bringing my man away with her, America?
It is what I think. The wits are gone astray on the whole of you. What would my wife want bringing badly Fallon to America?
To leave yourself and get quite to you as you want, Jack Smith, and to bring him away from myself? That's what you two of them are settled to together.
I'll break the head off any man that says that. Who is it says it? Was it you said it? Was it you?
It was him that said it.
Tell me the name of any man that said it.
It wasn't I said it.
Let me hurt him till I break his head.
Batley backs in terror. Neighbors hold Jack Smith back.
Let me hurt him. Isn't he the pleasant sort of a sacro for any woman to be crossing the ocean with?
Makes another rush, but he's held back.
So he might be too.
We must take both these men to the scene of the murder. We must confront them with the body of the real Jack Smith.
I'll break the head of any man that will find my dead body.
It is what I am thinking. If myself and Jack Smith are put together in the one cell for the night, the handcuffs will be taken off him, and his hands will be free, and murder will be done that time surely.
Come on.
They turned to the right. Thank you.